Nothing fits so well as the ones we had for your father's scrotum and penis, your brothers Krang and Wankston Hughes. An app dinged weekly with developmental progress and fruit analogies. Some weeks I wrote my own. This week, your baby is the size of a genetically modified micro-peach, which itself is about the size of a red globe grape. Your baby's ear holes are migrating this week. Your baby can hear you and may already be disappointed by what it hears. This week, your baby is the size of a medjool date, dropped from the palm and left to soften in the dust. Your baby is now developing reflexes like lashing out and protecting its soft places. It is also developing paradoxes and an attraction to the things that harm it. This week, your baby is the size of a navel orange spiked with cloves and hung by a light blue ribbon on the doorknob of a friend's guest bathroom. Your baby is developing methods of self-defeat this week, among them boredom, urgency, and nostalgia. It may even be besieged by ennui. Your baby has begun to dream, though it dreams only of steady heartbeats and briny fluid. 2. I have looked forward with enjoyment to things. Pain-free bowel movements, sushi, limitless beer and pot brownies, daycare, prestige television events, everyone going home. My sister visits and asks how much a doula costs. Does a person really need one? No, I tell her. Not if you have an older woman in your life who is helpful, trusted, up to date on the latest evidence-based best practices, and shares your birth politics. Someone who is not all judgmental, won't project her insecurities onto you, is respectful of your boundaries and your beliefs and those of your spouse, carries no emotional baggage or unresolved tensions, no submerged resentment, no open wounds, no helicoptering, no neglect, no library of backhanded compliments, no bequeathed body issues, no treadmill of jealousy and ingratitude, no internalized misogyny, no gaslighting, no minimizing, no apology debt. No, I'm sorry you feel that way. No, I'm sorry you misunderstood me. No, beauty must suffer. No, don't eat with your eyes. No, I cut the ends off the roast because you did / I did it to fit the pan. That's a steal, Lise says. $750 for the mother you wish you had. 3. I have felt scared or panicky for no good reason. There are little white moths drifting twitchy through the house, sprinkling their moth dust everywhere. I cannot find their nest. I brace myself each time I take a towel or a sheet from the linen closet. You are born jaundiced. We wrap you in a stiff so-called blanket of LEDs to get your levels right. She's at 12, they tell us, without saying whether the goal is 15 or 0 or 100, not telling us whether we are trying to bring them up or down. I don't know which way to pray, Theo says. Little glowworm baby. Spooky blue light-up insured baby in the bassinet, hugged by this machine instead of us. A gnarly intestine-looking tube coming out the bottom of your swaddle. Jaundiced and skinny, though neither of us are. Failure to thrive. In the car, Theo agrees that a ridiculously lofty standard. Haven't we every advantage? Health insurance and advanced degrees, study abroad and strong female role models. Aren't we gainfully employed and doing work we do not hate, no less? Didn't we do everything right? And in the right order? And yet, can either of us say we are thriving? I remind myself it's not so bad, the jaundice, the smallness. Lise says, I was little and look at me. I remind myself of the NICU and pediatric oncology, which we must pass on the way to our appointments. I remember the apparatus we learned about in breastfeeding class that the lactation consultants can rig up for a man. A sack of donated breast milk and a tube taped to his pectoral, positioned to deliver milk to the baby as though through his nipple. I comfort myself with the dark, unmentioned scenarios wherein this rig would be necessary. A box on the birth certificate paperwork says, I wish to list another man as the baby's biological father. See reverse. I see reverse, curious what wisdom the hospital has for such a situation, what policies the board has come up with to solve this.